Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Bible Study Minute. Today we're taking a look at Nehemiah chapters 5 and 6, and there's some exciting things that happen in these chapters, so let's get right to it. So, the first thing we see happening in chapter 5 is that there is some injustice that's taking place that comes to Nehemiah's attention. So, the essence of what's going on here is so the Jews have come back from exile, and now there are some of their countrymen, fellow Jews, who are taxing the people exorbitantly. So, taxing them above and beyond what they need to. And this has caused people to have to sell their land, to even sell their children into slavery to cover the cost of these taxes. And this is not right. This is not what God ever wanted his people to do. So this comes to the ear of Nehemiah, and he takes care of it, tells them to stop it and to never do this again. And so we see that taking place. But then the next thing we see is that there is constant opposition that Nehemiah is having to face during this time while the walls are being rebuilt. So there are opponents who do not want to see this happen, and they're doing whatever they can to either harm, discredit, or even just distract Nehemiah from doing the work, thinking that if they can harm him, if they can distract him, that somehow this will stop the work and it will never get finished. They even go to the extreme of spreading lies to say that Nehemiah is going to cause the city of Judah to rebel, in the nation of Judah and Jerusalem to rebel, and as a result of this, that he's going to then become their king. But Nehemiah knows this is a lie. He knows it's made up, so he doesn't even pay it any attention. But then they try to go a little bit further. They hire someone that he knows, one of the Jews, to try to have him go hide in the temple to save himself, saying that there's going to be some kind of attack against him. But Nehemiah knows that he cannot enter the temple. He is familiar with God's word, God's law, and knows that unless you're a priest, you're not entering that temple whatsoever. And so he knows that this is another plot that is against him. And then we get to the end of chapter 6, and we see that after 52 days, the walls are finished. It only took less than 2 months for them to accomplish and finish this work. And that's a beautiful thing that we see here. So the takeaway that we have from this is looking at Nehemiah and his character, because he is someone who was focused on the work. He didn't allow himself to get distracted by false rumors, by distractions, and even those that were closer to him, he didn't allow them to distract him and cause him to sin and take him off the mission that God had given him. And that is the kind of discernment that we need to have in our lives. When God has given us something to do, we need to be able to discern those who are for us and those who are against us, as well as keeping our focus on the thing that God has given us to do, not allowing those who are trying to distract us and remove us from that goal to allow that to happen. So that's what I want to encourage you to do today as you take a look at this passage. Take a look at it and ask the Lord for both discernment and the focus to stay on mission with what he has called you to do. So that's all I have for now. Until next time, grace and peace.